everyone, even if nobody's watching this. So, I don't usually post to the Facebook that I have linked to my PSN account. So I actually put out a message on my primary and tagged my quote-unquote gaming/art Facebook, which is pretty much all I use it for, is just like if I paint, sketch, or anything, or do anything with my video games or PC games, I usually post it up on my ScarlettBane page. So I'm hoping maybe somebody will actually watch this today. If not, it's okay. I'm not going to get, butthurt about it if they don't. I'm not trying to be depressing. It's just I don't actually expect anybody to ever watch these. So it's okay if they don't. Sorry, I'm making stuff that I can sell. Since I have the supplies, I don't see why not. I might play a little music here in a bit from my phone, so fair warning on that. I usually play music to stay awake, but I'm on my second monster, so I might not need it. I don't know yet. So I have a pretty cool surprise in my inventory right now that I'm very excited to probably be able to use today, actually, or at least read today. And it is this wonderful little thing. I believe it's in here. Yes. So it's the crafting motif number 15, Dwemer maces, and I have to have rank 9 in metalworking, tailoring, or woodworking with the passives. Well, my woodworking is actually what I'm working on now, because my provisioning's up to 3 out of 6, but that doesn't affect this, because it would be blacksmithing, clothing, which if you look at the passives, it's tailoring, so metalworking with blacksmithing. So it would be blacksmithing, clothing, or woodworking. Well, woodworking is at 8 out of 10, tailoring is 1 out of 10, blacksmithing is 1 out of 10. So all I actually have to do is get my woodworking up to where I can bump it up to level 9, which means I have to get my woodworking below where it says 36. I need to get that to 40. I also have to gain another skill point, which means questing. So because of that, I might not actually be able to do it today, but I'm hoping that I might. As I put in the description, this week has been a little bit rough.
Get the injured inside. Anyone who can still stand, guard the doors.
It was a bit of a depressing week. It was,
And here
so yesterday was a little bit better. I had a conversation with somebody at work that I'm not going to divulge the details on, that made things much more simple and a lot happier for me, and much more hopeful. Then today, you know, a friend of mine, her name's Lindsay, came over, and it was supposed to just be like me dyeing her hair. Well, that turned into this nerdy conversation about ESO, because it got brought up about, you know, conversations that she had with, I think, somebody that she works with, and about, you know, the reaction to her knowing about a game. And then there was this gamer video that somebody had me watch the other day about, you know, the reaction that people have when, oh my god, there's a gamer girl, to us talking about ESO, you know, what I'm playing right now. And, you know, well, then I had the reaction of, you know, you play ESO, and we got talking about each other's characters. And I was like, okay, when we're done with your hair, I actually want to show you. And we went from that to translating. I'll show you. We went from talking about that to translating the outer ring here of the map of Tamriel. We were translating the ring in the Arbus. Which, funny thing, I believe when I first started playing, before I got the Clockwork City from finishing Morrowind, that the Cold Harbor realm used to orbit, so it would move around Tamriel. Well, it doesn't anymore. So these are actually set on words. This is set on a word, and this is set on a word, so we couldn't translate it. But starting from the top right, just after the Cold Harbor ring, it translates into, I don't have it all on the paper. I do have it posted up on my primary Facebook, and I am actually trying to open that up right now. It's loading on my phone. So it translates to Imperial Province, Cyrodiil. The Empire of Tamriel encompasses the 9 Imperial Provinces: Skyrim, High Rock, Hammerfall, Somerset Isles. Vale cuts off, and we think it might be Valenwood or Valenwood. Then there's Black Marsh, Morrowind, and then it translates, including the word and the Ancient, and then it cuts off. And I think that is supposed to be and the Ancient Dwarves of the Ancient Dwemer. It was very cool. She actually has this app on her phone that has the letters and the words for the numbers. It has the Daedric runes, which was extremely cool. And I don't know, she came over around 1, and she didn't leave until just after 8. So we had this 7-hour long bonding experience, and I feel really weird that I'm still geeking out about this, but it was just very cool. It really was. And today was just an overall great day, because, you know, stuff like that, yeah, with mutual friends in my fiance's friend group, you know, Derek, we have a lot of mutual friends that are very, very nerdy and that game a lot. But this is someone who's not actually part of that group, and someone that I was already friends with, and someone that I knew was an otaku, and I knew that she gamed. At least I believe I knew that. But I didn't know that she played ESO, and that we had, you know, a lot more in common than I had prior believed. And I don't know, it led to cool conversation one after another. And it was just, overall, it was just a really, really cool day. And I'm still kind of geeking out about how much we were geeking out. So if I'm a little bit hyper today, which I know I will be, part of it's just because of having a great day, and the rest of it's in general just because of the monster. So bear with me. I'm probably going to be really spastic today. But you know, it's just how it's gonna be. I'll try and stay on task. No promises. But yeah. By the way, as far as where I'm at currently, which is, you know, the United States, we are coming up on the Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Yule, etc., part of the 3 to 4 month long holiday series, as I call it. To me, it starts at Halloween and it doesn't stop until around through January or February, which is why I say 3 to 4 months, because you have all of October, November, December, and then possibly January and the beginning of February. Is, to me, technically it ends at Valentine's Day, because starting on the last day of October, you have Halloween. Day after that is the Day of the Dead. I can't remember how to exactly say it in Spanish. November, there's Thanksgiving for Americans. Then, of course, you know, you have Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, New Year's. I don't remember when the Chinese New Year starts. Then in February, you have, you know, Valentine's Day. There's one more that I'm forgetting. So there's 9 to 10 holidays just right there in that span of time. So I call it the holiday season. So just bear in mind, people, you know, you may or may not be religious. You may or may not be one for the holidays. That doesn't mean you have to suck the fun out of it for everyone else. If someone says happy holidays or happy blah blah blah, just say thank you, you too. You don't have to be like, oh, I'm not religious, or oh, I don't celebrate it, and just, you know, be a butt about it. You know, it's not going to hurt anything to just say thank you. Like, it really isn't going to hurt anything.
Petty criminal. The world such an ugly place.
Sorry, I didn't realize I had the area chat on, and I don't actually know how much people heard of all of this around the area I'm at, because I don't know if people can necessarily hear whenever you do stuff like this. I have no idea. Let's see. Okay, so it'll all show up. Charge, researchable. Defending, infused, powered, charge, cure. Specified, increases healing done. Enchantment, adverse, common. Physical and spell resistance, yes. Yes. So it was charged. Yes. Okay, and I think, yeah, that's 2 out of 2. Okay, so that's got that. rest I can just do this with. There's one thing I love about doing this. You can literally slide your finger across the X and the square, so in one motion you're hitting 2 buttons. Yes, button mashing is, you know, sometimes frowned upon, but, you know, I kinda like saving time. And look at that. 38 out of 40 instead of 36 out of 40. You actually don't end up getting a whole lot from doing that. Oh, I could have even sold those. That would have kind of been cool. I think I sold everything else.
Wheelbase?
This is supposedly supposed to be a war steed, and I'm curious as to if that was accurate. It was not. It was supposed to be. Because it was originally posted when I looked as a war steed, a war mount. That's okay. I love how high the jump is, though. Oh, so I don't know if you guys were on with me or not when this happened. So I got the Adventures achievement for Deshawn. I did not realize that I did not have this, and when I rode past, I was not on the road. I was actually a little closer, and I got this. So I have the Adventures achievement for here. And I am still trying to figure out what I am missing from here. I have yet to find out what it is. I've tried going through and finding it. I've tried going through like the gap areas to see if there's anything I haven't discovered, and I just have not found it. And I really don't want to have to look it up, but if that ends up being the case, I will. It just feels like that's cheating. It technically is cheating. And I really want that achievement. I really, really want that achievement. Alright, while that's loading, I have a message on my phone. Okay, sorry about that. Well, while we're in here, I will be showing you guys something. Well, not necessarily in here. It's up here, I believe. There is a group of people that have been doing something that is very much so against the rules and regulations. So at first I thought it was a group of people, and it is not. ZDF 213, ZDF 123, 1230, 312. This is a group that was created. That not so much. This is a group of people that was created by someone who is harvesting, someone who is farming. And this is not the first group that I found by them. ZD is used for pretty much all of their mass used. ZD E450, ZD QWE4, E3. There's, I believe, another group on down through the other way, down through here. There were like 3 groups that I found earlier. Well, they're not over here now. There were 3 groups. There was a pair of them over here. There was a group of 5 over there. There was a group of 5 down here earlier. So they've moved to another spot. They're not where they were before. But they're in this same zone. And things like that, regardless of your intent, whether it's for your guild, a group, anything, it is against the rules. If you see things like this, report it. It isn't right. You know, if you're going to play, you should play. And the people that are doing this, they're taking the fun out of it for a lot of other people. Jesus. I love finding them heavy sacks, you know. They're so nifty. Yeah, it is inside the building, okay. And apparently there's one on the back.
good news is...
Don't pester me. I'm working on a cure. Go bother someone else for a while. I can't guarantee the efficacy of the antidote I would make. Luckily, unless you...
I thought I saw something up there.
I have to get out of here. Get somewhere safe.
Asshole! You're just trying to help, but damn it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
No, 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 no!
What happened? Where am I?
Come on, there we go.
Everyone's dead. Everyone.
Man, they respawn fast. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Guess that's what happens when this is a massive
cure.
farming
The real pity is I
area.
think.
You certainly know how to make an impression. You were too successful, my friend. And now Falchu is, pardon the pun, howling mad. A bold plan, especially from my father. If we time it right, it should work. But that doesn't change the fact that take one of these newly armed townsfolk with you. Have the civilian light the fires in the towers to signal my father. I'll take the rest of the civilians and my guards and unlock the gates. Oh no, you have something much more important to do. Once the fires are lit, you confront Fao Chu. Keep him busy long enough for our troops to take the city. I'll send aid as soon as I can. Now, don't be modest. You've more than proven yourself. Destiny beckons and you must answer its call. Say, that sounded rather good. I should write this stuff down.
Yeah, then become a bard while you're at it.
Who dares trespass in my city? Find them! Kill them! Bring me their bones!
Such a wonderful little rant you have. Don't you want to bet he's in that undercroft? Fuck, that was a bad idea, 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 bad idea. Man, oh, fuck you.
Won't be long. Let's move on. Keep watch. I won't be long. Signal fire. Let's move on. much good with a sword. I'll head back to the inn. Good luck fighting Falchu.
I remember when I first stumbled across this place, it was such a low level, because I had this thing for going from section to section on the map, not area hopping in the same region, but I would go from like, all the areas in Daggerfall Covenant. Like, I was basically just jumping from everywhere. And it just was not a good idea.
Begone, Angoth. I did your bidding. The city is mine now.
You are still my creature, slave. I made you.
By the power Captor, all of Glenumbra will be mine.
Creature. The Lion God stands at your door. You have failed.
They are weak, and I will crush them. Camlord is mine.
You will see, beast. You will see.
Dare challenge me? Prepare to feel my wrath.
Watch it! That's your target! Ignite! Go back! Release!
The fire shall not destroy me again!
Does not want to die. low-level boss, he took a minute. Damn. Oh, shit.
You did it. You killed Falchu. Yes, my friend, but you turned the tide. Yes. We rebuild.
Condolences to your families for the hardship you had to face. My soldiers and I failed to protect you as we were sent to do. I will ensure that I find who is responsible for this. You make this hero business look almost as easy as I do. Someday we'll return to that inn and I'll buy you a drink. I wanted to thank you, personally. We might have been able to retake Camlorn eventually, but it wouldn't have been quick and it certainly wouldn't have been pretty. You saved lives, and that's not something else. I'm resigning from the Camlorn Guard. They need builders now, not soldiers. Besides, that Angoff thing is still out there. Someone has to go deal with that. Unless, of course, you care to tempt me with a drink before I start my heroic journey. A pity. I would have enjoyed sharing a drink with you. Oh well. Anyway, I failed these people. The werewolf slipped in on my watch. I need to make sure that never happens again. First one to reach Angoff buys the first bottle of wine. But in all sincerity, thanks for helping us. You really are an
There's
inspiration.
a skill point that I was talking about needing. That being said, it looks like tonight I will be able to have the Dwemer Maces thing. Not bad. Are there still more in here?
For the love of Stendhal.
damn it. So, for anybody who doesn't know where that is, right next to, what is, God, I can't see from back here. Yeah, Westry in Glenumbra. Like, it's legitimately right behind the house that the symbol marks. I need to get down here, and I don't remember how to do that. Probably could have followed the road. I could also do it this way. Hated it when I had to do this quest before. I fucked it up so badly. It has been months since I have tried this quest, so we shall see how it goes today. So when I tried this before, I think this is the one where you have to go up against different spirits. And I was a low enough level and I didn't have enough experience with my character to actually know what I was doing. So I royally screwed this up. So we're gonna hope that it actually goes better today. I mean, it should. You have to watch which one you're supposed to stay with.
The witch's puppet died once and
The spirit casts a spell that should shake the very ground beneath you. To my side, now!
See, before I tried that multiple times, and it did not work.
But I have so many more.
This is the weird tree, by the way. Or inside of it, anyways. It's W-Y-R-D, not W-E-I-R-D. I cracked up when I first found out what the women who idolize this are called. They're called the Weird Sisters, and when I first heard it, I thought of E-I-R-D instead of Y-R-D. So I just thought they were all just really weird. But they're wild women.
It's so beautiful. Do you see? Things have already changed. The weird tree has been restored. Thank the Guardians that you did. We were losing this battle, but now things are different. And you, a stranger. It's a wonder you risked your life for us. There's no end to the surprises this world has to offer. I served in the Lion Guard before coming to the Weird, so I know more about the world. I think it's time my sisters stopped hiding. We could benefit from more outside contact. If there are no more attacks, the tree will be fine. A hunter, Gloria Fausta, came looking for help while you were inside the tree. I'm ashamed to say we turned her away. We couldn't divert our attention when the outcome of your battle was still unclear. Aldcroft. She said werewolves captured Camlorn and the Duke had fled. We weren't able to aid her, but perhaps you can. Chamberlain Weller and Aldcroft would know more.
Click rolls, hit that. So I took care of it on that down. They did that one too.
What is it? I'm afraid we've got a bit of an emergency at the moment. I don't know anyone who goes by that name, I'm afraid. Our Duke was kidnapped. Perhaps she was taken along. We have a bit of a situation with Duke Sebastian of Camlorn. Perhaps you'd be willing to help extract the Duke from a rather precarious... Our bumbling town watch allowed the Duke to get kidnapped. That's what happened. Please, the damn blood-thought. Lieutenant Harim was... Why, His Grace is the Duke of Camlorn. What else is there to say? That's not hard to... I'll choose a terrible brute. He leads...
This, by the way, is not always a good solution depending on where you're at. Slaughterfish tend to run rampant in some places. and they're aptly named. They slaughter you, and very quickly.
Watch yourself. This place is thick with bloodthorn cultists. I could use a seasoned warrior. You're a bold one.
You don't look like a Bloodthorn cultist. I assume this is a... Divines be praised. The cultists trapped me with these focus crystals. I'm a bit of a mage myself, but I'm powerless inside this... I'm free. Now to get out of here. But there's one more thing. Thanks, friend. But I'm not the cult's only. I overheard the cultists talking. They have a prisoner who's a threat to the werewolf leader Falchu. They plan to execute her. If she really is a threat, then it seems crucial that we rescue her.
I already killed Falchu. I hate how much the program
Very
doesn't
good.
go hand in
I'll
hand.
return to...
Did you realize technically if it did, then you would be able to have this automatically finished because Falchu's dead. Then technically everything else should just fall into place. I get that's not exactly how the programming works, but you know, it would be cool if it did.
Splendid. My thanks, friend. That was too close for comfort. I'll meet you in Aldcroft.
Here I am, safe and sound back in Aldcroft. I have you to thank for that. Yes. And I ship... Gloria suspects Falchu's agents are here among us, even now. Ah, my rescuer returns.
Still back.
Gloria says this amulet can be used to reveal the hidden well.
I know why you're here, but where I got that in... What of it? Don't you have some werewolves to go find? Fair enough. All right, here's the dark truth. I'm related to Falchu. He's my ancestor. Every day my family and I lived with the shame of the horrors he inflicted on the world. And now he's back. So I hunt werewolves, and I kill them. I'm no expert, but Hercene is the Daedric prince of man-beasts. The amulet bears the call of Hercene. Werewolves can't resist its call. It forces them to reveal their true nature. Pretty useful, right? Don't you know any... What of it?